Welcome to the chat, Felicia. I just opened my eyes. So let me see. I'm going to start right at 3 minutes. For some reason, I just have the three set in my mind. And what did I name this? Heart-centered activation. Okay. So I don't know how long you're going to be able to hang with me. Welcome to the two other people who have joined us. I wasn't expecting, like I said, I don't know why I don't expect people to be up. I forget that, nobody's going to work or anything. So people are some people are up, I guess, at this hour. And we are also in different time zones. So it's 4:25 a.m. where I am. Okay. So, yeah, it's been a long day. I can feel this new moon energy coming in, though. I have really got a lot done yesterday. The day kind of got away from me, though, because I was just busy all day. And so, but, all is as it should be. Welcome, Corona Proof. So, I want to talk about, heart-centered healing and, the way we're going to be moving, going forward and in the, because we are in like the lower, levels of the higher realms. Okay. If that's a good way to put it. Okay. Appreciate you. Corona Proof and Felicia. So basically, being the contemporary for your bloodline, meaning that you are the one who is present, right now in this current time. You are the one who is presently incarnated, the one who's awake and aware and who is walking the spiritual path. You may be the only one in your family. You may be, not have many people that you can relate to in your family, but being the contemporary spiritualist in your family, you would be the source, okay, of all the change and all the healing that's going to take place in your current incarnation. And you can also facilitate a healing that will, reverberate throughout your past and future generations. So basically, there is a method that you can use because we've been talking a lot lately about generational curses and past life karma and things of that nature. And so, basically, you carry within yourself the burdens, the suffering, the limitations, and all of everything that your ancestors carried, and everything that they went through. you are carrying within you, okay, and including whatever your parents had that was unhealed within them at the time that you were conceived. This is all of the karma that can that you can actually clear within yourself and heal those things within your bloodline. Okay. So along with the suffering, the limitations, the burdens of our ancestors, we also carry within us the wisdom and the strength, the majesty, the power that they also had within them. Okay. So it's stored within us as information, okay, coded within our DNA. And this is the information that we pull from the source of power, the source of light. When we talk about love and light, this is the information that's coded in our DNA. Okay, that's basically the light portion of it. Okay, and so I'm talking about the love too, and because I talk about the earthly heart or the human heart that shows earthly love, and then the sacred heart that shows universal godly, agape love. Okay. And so both of those hearts are represented by physical organs in the human body that I have pointed out, which would be the heart and the thymus. Welcome, rising Aquarius. So I talked about the two hearts, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm also tomorrow I will be putting I have a Sacred Heart kit to activate, to help activate your earthly and your also your Sacred Heart centers. Okay, so it's a kit that includes a rose quartz heart, and then it also includes a tiger's eye opal heart. Okay, and it's a set of a couple of hearts. Okay, and then you get 3 river rocks to help purify. So you just bathe with the river rocks, bathe with the hearts in you, and then carry the hearts on you to activate both of your heart centers. Okay, I'm charging those as we speak, so I will be launching those in the Badass Magic Shop tomorrow. Okay, the Sacred Heart kit, and they're going to be, they're not going to cost much at all. They'll probably be like $22.22 for the kit. So I encourage you guys to get those stones. Okay, and I have been charging them in a mixture of rose water and spiritual waters. So they are very charged with very high vibrations. Okay, so but basically we've been talking a lot about past life karma, the Sacred Heart, and we've been talking about clearing clearing our own karma, past life karma, generational curses, and like I said, things of that nature. And so within our DNA, the information that's coded in there, we have the ability to clear those things. Okay, and basically by pulling on that knowledge and wisdom that's stored within the DNA. Okay, the store, there's also, like I said, there's knowledge, there's wisdom, there's gifts, talents, and skills that our ancestors acquired, that they pass down to us through our DNA. It's encoded in your DNA and also in your auric field. Okay, so you can learn to pull upon those things, which is a center of power, to power you up for the things that you want to do going forward. So basically everything that your ancestors have learned, everything they know, everything that they are is encoded in your DNA and in your aura. Okay, and the way that you access these codes is basically you have to first of all be open through meditation. Okay, tapping in to yourself, to your higher self. So communing with your own spirit. Okay, and within, while when you're doing this and you're actually being still and cutting out all outside distractions, and listening within, then you'll find everything you need to free yourself, okay, and as well as your ancestors, from the quote unquote generational curses, and you can heal your bloodline on all timelines, okay? So, anything that happened in the past, you can heal yourself in the present as well as throughout your bloodline through accessing these DNA codes that connects you to those parts of you that exist on those other timelines. Okay, so I talked about the 2 hearts, the Sacred Hearts, okay, and how Archangel Raphael works with green and pink energy. Okay, if you can see it, if you can see it with your third eye, this is what the energy looks like. Okay, so the energy of your human heart is a green energy. I always used to say, I've said all my life, because y'all know green is my favorite color. You know what I'm saying, for many reasons. But I always used to say, and I still say, love is green. The energy of love is green, earthly love. However, welcome, Belizean. Um, the sacred love, okay, that comes from realms even higher than the earthly love that we share here, that is, that comes through the sacred heart, which is represented by the thymus. That love, the energy, the color is pink. Okay, so when Raphael comes to do healing, he works with both of those energies. Okay, so it's a green and pink energy, and this is why my Sacred Heart kit that I'm launching tomorrow includes that pink rose quartz, and also the opal heart, which is a greenish heart. If you're on my Instagram, then you've seen me. You've seen those, okay? Because those were the hearts that I was preparing to charge at the time, okay? So well, anyway, I'll talk about those later. But that is something that I'm going to be launching to help activate that the codes that are they are basically lying dormant in your DNA. Some of them have been activated through by whatever means, spiritual awakening. Some of you have voluntarily just taken on to basically develop your gifts, and you're activating yourselves. Okay, so there's plenty of things that can happen to activate you, including just being present to receive information like this. Okay, because this is basically coded information that's coming in that you're receiving right now. But basically, by meditating and tapping in to yourself and to your own spirit, you'll find everything that you need to basically heal those things. But Archangel Raphael, like I said, he works with the human heart energy and the sacred heart energy, and they both emit different qualities of love. Okay, so the earthly love that is emitted by the human heart, it appears energetically, again, like I said, to the third eye as a green energy. That the feeling of it is ethereal, it's transformational, it's healing. We feel this love for our families, for our spouses, our friends, for our pets, our animals, general compassion that we have for other people. That's the green energy, human love. Okay, the sacred love, which is a pink energy, it's basically an exponential expansion of that love. Okay, so it offers healing, enlightenment on a grander scale. Okay, it causes you to feel radiantly healthy. It causes you to feel an intimate connection with everything else that exists. Okay, throughout, not just in this realm, but throughout the multitude of universes. Okay, so that sacred love that comes from the thymus, the pink love, is, like I said, an exponential expansion of earthly love. Okay, and earthly love is all about, basically, earthly love is all about your relationship with yourself and with others. Okay, and sacred love, but love itself, earthly love and sacred love are both divine. Okay, but the sacred love of the pink energy of the thymus, okay, of the sacred heart, is the highest truth. Okay, it's about your relationship with God, source, spirit, universe. Okay, so again, the earthly love is about your relationship with self and other people, but that higher pink love is about love with God, universe, the source. It's about your intimate connection with everything throughout the universe, everything that has been created. Okay, so it's about getting to knowing yourself as a limitless soul that is infinite and ever expansive in nature. Okay, saying that you will always continue to grow and expand, adorning yourself with more and more knowledge, more and more love, and more light. Okay, so understanding that you know both of your love is something that is going to always, should be infinitely expanding. Okay, and remembering it, basically it's about remembering who you truly are. And when we remember that, it causes us to remember our power. Okay, and the power that we have to transform ourselves, to transform our relationships with other people, and to transform our world, basically through remembering those powers, and tapping into them and remembering how to use them. Okay, to transmute the energies around us, to change our thoughts, to change the quality of the energies that we are emitting. And it will, it ultimately changes our world. Our recognition and acknowledgement of the abundance of the love that we possess within us is what affords us access to knowing ourselves more fully. Okay, so when we know ourselves more fully, then we're being guided by our higher self to make the necessary changes within our lives, to energetically, change our perceptions and to shift our core vibration to align with the reality that we're trying to call into being. Okay, and so when we connect with that higher self, then we are aligning with that love in our heart. And when we align with it, and when we choose to express it. Okay, because a lot of people, they say they have the love in their hearts and they never express it, they don't share it with other people. So love is not really love until you've given it away. Okay, so when you align with that love, that you first of all acknowledging that it's power, it's very powerful, aligning yourself with it and choosing to express it, then you are also aligning yourself with everyone else that you are connected to through your bloodline. Okay, and this is in every timeline. Okay, past, present, and future. So basically, aligning to your higher self is aligning to all of your ancestors and throughout your whole entire bloodline. Okay, so when you're aligning with that, you're basically connecting to your own personal akash, as well as the universal akashic records. Okay, and when you basically have access, when you've connected to the akash, you have access then to the infinite wisdom, okay, that's stored there. And it's ready basically for you to download anything that you want. Once you have access to the akashic records via your highest self, then you can go into the akash and download any vibration that you want to download. Okay, so you can get any healing vibrations that you need in order to repair and heal your body. You need to, there's like this ever present, unwavering angelic support system. Okay, and they only want to see you experience love, peace, joy. They only want you to have the good in life. Okay, and so it's a support system that is all powerful, and that doesn't want to see you experience anything but happiness and peace. Okay, so the fears and the suffering and the limitations that have been programmed into the minds of the collective, okay, so of most people, are basically what have served as distractions from this truth, up to this point. So basically distracting you from your innate powers and from knowing who you really are. Okay, things that were programmed into our minds as soon as we come into this world. Okay, and so it's really not your fault that you don't understand your innate power, that you have to actually be reawakened, because it was like as you came into this world, you were kind of put to sleep and made to forget who you are. So basically, coming into your self realization is basically remembering yourself. Okay, and like I said, remember means to put back together. So basically, you're putting back together the forgotten parts of yourself. Okay, remembering what you're capable of. Okay, remembering who you really are. This is the result of a gradual, the things that you were programmed to think, that distracted you from your truth and your purpose. Those things are the result of a gradual conditioning that basically took place over many generations. Okay, so you basically are a product of everyone that came before you, as well as the successes and unresolved karma of your own past lives. Okay, and your gifts and talents, your innate qualities all extend from your bloodline, okay, from your family bloodline to you. Okay, so these are gifts that you basically inherited and gifts that were developed, that your ancestors, developed or whatever, and you were born knowing it. There are stories again of like children who were like 2 or 3 years old that were just born, and the very first time you set them at a piano or something, they just played it beautifully because they remembered it from their past lives. It's something that they were passionate about in their soul. So we carry these gifts and these talents and these qualities with us in our soul. In this life, we walk through this, basically a sleep, in a forgetfulness. And so when they say it's an awakening, it's literally a remembering, beginning to remember who you are, remembering what you are, what your abilities are. Okay. And so the things that our parents and our grandparents, the things that our great grandparents and even further back have gone through, all contribute to our own personal fears, our phobias, the things that we like and don't like, our beliefs, our habits, our thoughts, our limitations, illusions. You know what I'm saying? We're a product of everyone that came before us and everything that they experienced. Okay. And so growing up, we were programmed to accept the status quo, okay, as our own perspective. Okay, so we didn't really, this is how this society is designed. Okay, so when I remember going to school and wondering why, because I knew I didn't understand the words to the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 5 years old in kindergarten. Like, why am I pledging allegiance to the flag? Like, I don't know what allegiance mean. I don't know what half of these words mean, but we have to practice and memorize this, and we're reciting it even though we don't know what it meant. Even at that young age, I was aware of the fact that this was some sort of programming that was going on. Okay, so we were programmed to accept whatever was already going on in the world, and accept the status quo, other people's, perspectives as our own. Okay, and thereby entering into the collective illusion that we now call the matrix. Okay. And so this was already here when we got here. We began to accept what everyone else said was, just the way that things were. And so we kind of melted in the collective. Okay. And this seemed normal at the time because this is what everyone does, when they arrive. Okay. But the reality is, as a soul, as a spirit, we knew coming into this reality that we would be influenced by a lot of energies, okay, and that some energies were going to empower us, and that other energies were going to limit us, okay. We knew that before we came in, before we agreed to come in and fulfill this contract, okay. We consciously chose our prospective families and the bloodlines that we were going to come into, and we chose them to facilitate the exact experience that we wanted to have, because they presented the proper limitations and the opportunities for empowerment that we desire to experience at a soul level. If that makes sense. Okay. So basically we knew that, they were going to be the way that they were because they were going to present the challenges that we needed in order to grow and have the experiences that we wanted to have. At the end of the day, though, we knew that we would ultimately come back to ourselves. We would ultimately remember who we were. You know what I'm saying? That there was nothing that we were going to go through that was going to be so damaging that we would remain lost in the illusion. Okay. So coming into the great, the what is this, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the age of awakening. So this is basically the time when, there's a mass remembering happening on earth. Okay. Of the people, like I said, we already knew coming in, we forgot. And so now the collective is going through a mass reawakening, a mass remembering. That's what the whole age of Aquarius thing is about. Okay. And by the way, I do encourage you guys, if you're not already in it, to join us on Patreon for the private Emerald Tablet book study, okay, which is very pertinent, okay, for this day and age and for the times that we are in. Okay, but we chose our families, we chose our bloodline, we chose our struggles because of what they would present. Okay, opportunities for us to basically grow, to empower ourselves. Okay, we basically desired, we chose our families according to the healing that we wanted to facilitate for them, to beginning first with our parents. Okay, so this is why a lot of people who come in and you're healers, you're light workers, your parents had needed healing. Okay, this is why you were born into that family. You chose them because you saw a healing, you saw where healing was needed, and so you went into that family to facilitate that healing. Okay, and so this is why a lot of angelic beings seem to be born into dysfunctional families. It's because you came here for a reason. Okay, and your reason for being born into that family is to begin your work, of healing with that family. Okay, and then your work is going to expand out into healing other people and healing the planet. Okay, so but you already knew, again, that these challenges would be there coming in. You just forgot. Okay, so this mission was precisely aligned with your soul's mission. Okay, so not only did we intend to heal ourselves, but we could also heal our bloodline of generational curses, and by healing our own personal fears, healing our own personal illnesses, our own personal sufferings and limitations. Okay, and once we've cleared those past life and generational karma, then we can begin to create new patterns. Okay, and new perceptions, and perceptions of being free from all of those things for the generations to come. Okay, as the contemporaries, like I said, the one who is currently incarnated, the one who is currently awake and aware in your family, the one who is the quote unquote spiritualist in the family, you are the source of this healing right now. Okay, so you are the one who can facilitate this, even for your past, your ancestors. Okay, for your bloodline. So you're the one who was in the right place at the right time. Also to help in the creation of new generations. Okay, who are going to be born without the negative imprinting from their parents and ancestors, from their previous generations, civilizations, and past lives. Okay, there's an inexhaustible love and light, that is the source. Okay, that is within you, that can assist these souls that are being born. Okay, to basically freely explore their own truth, their divinity, and their innate powers without having to clear that past life karma. Okay, by releasing their burdens held within the collective consciousness of humanity. Good morning, Caroline Petty. Or, I don't know why I was calling you Caroline Petty. It's pretty. So, but welcome everybody else that's in the chat. I didn't expect y'all to be up. So, yeah, so basically, this is about clearing past life karma, releasing things that have been held within the collective consciousness. Okay, the collective consciousness of humanity as a whole. Okay, so the love and light within you is your source of power that you're going to be drawing from in order to help facilitate, this mass awakening and your own personal healing, beginning with their own personal healing. So you are the source of it. You know what I'm saying? For yourself, you're the source of healing for yourself because you're aware of the source of power within you, which is your heart center, your sacred love. You know what I'm saying? You're aware of it, so you're able to activate it and also to draw from it. Okay, and so you're the source of healing for yourself, and for the liberation of other people, and you're also going to be awakening the power, other people's power by connecting you're basically you awaken the power first within yourself by connecting your conscious awareness with the source of love that's within you. So basically, when you connect your mind with your heart, okay, we were talking about that a couple of videos ago, connecting that when you begin to sense, acknowledge, and feel that energy flowing in you, when it's flowing out from basically from your earthly and your higher heart chakras into your entire being. Allow it to flow out and flood your entire being to where you feel like you are lit up. Okay, and then in the astral realm, call forth 12 forms, okay, that would stand all around you, okay? 12 forms or beings, okay? And these beings basically represent your parents, your ancestors, the past generations, past civilizations, all that they basically represent everyone. Um, even past lives and parallel lives, okay, so basically everyone who has ever existed on earth would be represented by these 12 beings, okay, and this is an astral, this is an exercise that you can do in the astral, that basically you can do this in a meditation, okay, and it's basically going to facilitate healing for your generation and for your bloodline. Give me a minute, I'm gonna give you some lemonade. So yeah, so I'm talking about, an exercise. This is an exercise that you can do to actually facilitate a healing in your bloodline. It's a visualization, it's a meditation, it's something that you can do in the astral. Okay, so you can do it as you are visualizing. You can do it while you're in a meditation, or you can also do it if you actually know how to astral travel. Okay. So basically, like I said, in while you're in the astral, call forth 12 figures, beings, or people, that represent every person who has ever existed on earth. Okay. So basically everyone who's ever existed is going to be represented. And then also call upon all of the archangels to also stand in front of you. So basically, the 12 beings are around you, on the sides and behind you, and the archangels will be in front of you. Okay, and you emanate the power of love that you have from your own heart. Okay, and ask the archangels to emanate the love that they have. Okay, ask them to channel this through, because the love that the archangels are sending out is love from the very core, from the heart center of the most high. And so they are literally channeling love from the core, from the heart center of God through their beings. Okay, this is what the archangels do. This is why they have such beautiful colors. Okay, it's literally different facets of the love of God. Okay, and so they ask them to send you that energy. Okay, and when you receive it, it's an angelic frequency. Receive it into your heart. Okay, think about your earthly heart, your heart, and then your sacred heart. Okay, so your human heart and your sacred heart. So your heart organ and also the thymus. Okay, think about those things and receive the angelic frequencies into that, if you ask the archangels to send that love into your heart. Okay, because what's going to happen is it's going to go into your heart, expand your heart, illuminate your heart, and your heart is going to begin to blaze out light in all directions. Okay, sending the vibes. Now, so when you get, basically when it comes in, it's a vibration, it's a feeling, it's colors. You will know when you receive it. Okay, when you do consciously send those vibes that you're feeling out the back of your human body. Okay, out through the back of your human and sacred heart. Okay, send it through that, and then let it emanate out through the back of your body, penetrating, then send it through the hearts of the 12 beings that are gathered around you. So basically, you're sending rays of sacred love energy out through basically from your heart in every direction. So basically, you imagine your heart, your human heart and your sacred heart illuminating and blazing out light in every direction, connecting with the hearts of the 12 beings that you have called to stand around you. And you're receiving this light in from the archangels who are standing in front of you. So the light is going out through the back of your body and all around your body. Okay, it's like you're feeding the 12 beings. Okay, with this sacred love by letting it blaze out in every direction from your heart, okay, through your body, even out the back of your body, okay. Continue to send them that love and light until you sense that they have absorbed all they need in order to be transformed, okay, to transmute whatever it is they need to transmute in order to heal, okay. And then ask the archangels also to gift you with the templates of love and the power of love, to go into your heart chakra, okay. First you absorb those templates into your own heart chakra, and then you share that energy also with the 12 beings who represent every soul who has ever existed on earth, okay, thereby adding it to the collective consciousness of humanity in the present, okay. And as they receive this energy, they also begin to transform, okay, illuminating, expanding, and blazing love in all directions the same way that you were, okay. At this point, state your intention that you invite everyone to receive and accept this divine love that's flowing in from the heart of God, through the archangels, through your heart, through the beings that you have called, okay. Ask everyone, put your intention out that everyone receives it in the way that you have received it, okay, and that everyone realizes themselves as a source of healing in the same way that you have just sent healing, okay, to the 12 beings, emanating that love and with the intention to uplift, okay, the overall vibration in all situations, all circumstances, all experiences, created in their realities, in you know, the collective reality, regardless of timeline, okay. So each soul being represented by the 12 beings will begin to be cleansed. They will be cleansed. They will begin to cleanse their experiences with love. Okay, so it's as if negativity and the limitations, from everything that ever happened in the past, okay, in creation, is being erased. And we're talking about Akashic record level cleansing, okay? So every soul is basically now returning to their original purpose once this cleansing has taken place, okay? The original purpose is a worker of the light, okay? Imprinting the frequency of love onto the divine green print for the new earth, okay? So if you are able to receive the meditation, the visualization, the astral exercise that I just gave you, and you're able to share that energy with other people, and you are able to put out the intent, into the, you know, into the atmosphere, that everyone receive themselves and remember themselves as a source of healing. As the lights go off in the 3D realm all over the planet, because they will begin to be going off, going forward on the lower realms, lights all over the planet in the higher realms will begin to go on, okay? These lights are the activated heart chakras of the light bearers, of the keepers of the flame on the planet. You know who you are. So check the Badass Magic Shop tomorrow. I will be launching the Sacred Heart kits. Okay. Again, it is it's a pair of hearts. Okay. One is a rose quartz, the other a tiger's eye opal. They are absolutely beautiful. They have been charged with a very high vibratory energy. Okay, and you'll also get 3 river rocks in the kit for you to bathe with. Okay, to bathe with and to cleanse your auric field, and then to carry your heart activation stones with you. Okay. So they come in a mesh bag, so you can carry them in the bag, or you can carry them on your being, in your pocket, whatever works for you. But they are for the purpose of activating the earthly love and the sacred love, okay, of your human heart and your sacred heart, okay? So thank you for the 6 people who joined me, okay, at this hour of the morning. I do hope that the information was, consumable and truly helpful, okay. And I appreciate you all, okay. Until we meet again, keep it classy, keep it clean. Oh, by the way, we were listening to the pineal gland activator that awakens intuition. This is Meditative Mind. Peace.